Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today I'm going to be going over an unboxing. Sorry, this is an unboxing video. Wow, words are so difficult. But yes, this is an unboxing video, so sorry if my audio and everything sounds a little weird. I'm testing out a new setup, but that's not going to stop us from having background music, so all those opposed, just be sad. Just be sad. We got a little background lo-fi going. Not that song. I don't like that song. Go back. Too many things happening at once. Yeah, there we go. More pleasant. More pleasant. Okay. All right, so we're going to be unboxing this game, Clans of Caledonia. This is the expansion, Clans of Caledonia Industria. I guess I should talk about a little bit about my existing copy of Clans of Caledonia. Here you go. You see it's well loved. Has like a little box strap on it to keep everything contained. And I do want to, before I unbox this new one, go over my storage solution for this one. It's not going to be like an extensive video, so don't worry about that. It's just going to be, not going to be an extensive tour of my unboxing because it's literally just 4 or 5 things. But essentially I have things stored in bags. That was the main thing. I have metal money. These are pirate coins, and these pirate coins have served me very well. Then I have a bag for all of the, what was this for? Oh, this is a bag for all the resources, I see. Because I would normally put all the resources inside of, oh, these are the, oh my gosh, I forgot about these. These are the expansion resources. Not expansion, sorry. My friend for the holiday season got me this, which I was very happy of, and it was very nice to be able to use these, and these were really cool. I don't remember what my official storage solution was for everything, but yeah, I have that. And zooming back out, everything's kind of just in bags. That's the main thing to show. I thought I had cupcake tins in here to hold stuff, but I guess took them out. I don't really know. These are in plastic bags. Plastic bags a shame, but every player color. So from the, is it the black player here? Yeah, black player to red player to white player to blue player. Everybody had their own bag. And this is like a bag pool that you have for the tiles, for the contracts, and everything else is down here. So this was my storage solution. This is my storage solution for this one. I think it started pretty well. It kept the box from being too expansive for when I opened it, and that was pretty nice. And also I had the metal coins that worked well enough. And again, these are the pirate coins. I'll show some here. I'm not gonna take every single thing out, but these are just generic little pirate coins. These worked very well, and they serve my purpose as well. So I'm showing all that to show that this is where I'm coming from with my storage solution, and I will be probably just maybe going with the storage solution they have here in the box over here in the bigger brother. You can see that if I have everything set in there pretty well, there is little to no box lift. There's box lift right now because I don't have everything laid out properly. Oh, I forgot to put the rule sheets in there. Sorry, let's just put that back. Boom. Okay, all right, so that is a copy. I'll probably end up gifting this to one of my friends. This game has served me well. I play it, well, I used to play it a lot. With one of my friends, we used to play 2 players all the time. But I haven't played it in a little while, so that's a nice little send-off for that one. All right, back over to the Clans of Caledonia, the thing that we're here for, the unboxing. So I backed this on Kickstarter, I think as soon as the Kickstarter showed. My friend that I played this with a lot, they wanted a copy of the game too, but unfortunately the game was out of print, and unless they wanted to spend like $200 or $300 for it, they couldn't get it. Okay, maybe not that much, but they'd spend a good bit of money to get it. So the Kickstarter went like live, like almost as soon as they were lamenting it not being there, and then we both backed it. I decided to get the base game plus the expansion again in the official metal money, mainly because I just wanted a storage solution that would work out. And also the expansion box, the Industria box, comes with a bigger box here, as you can see, much bigger box. So it can be, things will be nicely stored and all that fun stuff. So opening the box, we have nothing here in the cover, just a giant open box. We got our rule sheet. Let's see, do we have our multiple languages? Nope, we just got the, oh yeah, okay, cool. Wait, do we? Nope, it looks like we just got all English. So the Clans of Caledonia, the one I had previously, that came with like 3 different language books, but it looks like we got the base game rules here. This looks very base game-like. Let me just double check some stuff. Yeah, it looks like they might have rearranged a thing or 2, but it looks pretty much par for the course, base game stuff. We have the Automata rulebook, so if you want to play solo against an Automata, that's pretty nice. Normally when you play solo in Clans of Caledonia, you basically fill in all the spots that cost one resource, and you fill it in with like a neutral player, and then you just play the game like normal. They changed the rules slightly as far as how your scoring works for some things, but pretty much a straightforward game. And this is the Industria rulebook, the expansion parts, which comes with trains, and you can do some train stuff with your train friends. I should probably put this down here. I think it's in focus for down here. So that is, man, it looks like it's out of focus. Am I blind? I might be blind. All right, we'll just zoom in a little bit. It still feels like it's out of focus. The struggles, y'all. The struggles. All right, so this is just the rulebook with the expansion stuff, like I said before, just the appendix and all this stuff going on. I'm excited to see how this would change up the game. I'm hoping it'll come with more tiles to give you a little bit more variety, maybe a bigger map. I have no inkling on what's actually inside of this expansion box. I just know it's Clans of Caledonia, great game. I like it. Between Clans of Caledonia, Gaia Project, and what's the other one? Oh my gosh, Terra Mystica. I'd never played Terra Mystica all the way through. I've only played like the beginning tutorials for like on the apps and stuff. So that one wasn't a hit for me, clearly. Gaia Project, I love Gaia Project a lot. I like playing that Gaia Project digitally more than physically though. And then Clans of Caledonia, I didn't mind playing it physically, but you can play it on Board Game Arena digitally too. And I think Clans is a more cutthroat game because you have the area control side of things. So between the two games of Clans of Caledonia versus Gaia Project, I prefer Gaia Project in the long run, but Clans of Caledonia was a lot of fun, especially 2 players. It was a lot of fun. So it looks like you got a sheet here that shows you how everything stacks inside the box. They got some serious storage stuff going on in here, so I'm looking forward to all that. This is just some more, I guess, explanation of things going on. So plastic inserts, cool. I don't think there's actually cards. Are there cards in here? Okay, thank goodness. I don't think there's actually cards in here, so that's gonna be great. I'm still probably gonna keep all of my contract tiles in a makeup bag because I do like the concept of bag pulling. It looks like they got some components here. I don't know if these are upgraded components or just base components, but if they're not upgraded, I'm gonna swap them out with my upgraded ones and hopefully they'll fit. So we'll see. All right, so we got a board here. This looks like the extra board for the railroad stuff. Again, I have zero context on what the expansion actually does. I just know it's like, ooh, good game, go bird. So I decided to do just back the game. We got 2-sided board. Trying to see if there's a player count difference. Assuming this is a 1 to 2 player, and this is a, nope. Oh yeah, there you go. This is the 2-player side. And this is the more than 2-player side. Okay, cool. So again, I don't know the big differences between 2, but I'm assuming that the 2-player side is more tight and less spaces for you to go. Oh yeah, for sure. It's like a lot more of these things. So yeah, we'll learn about that at some time in the future. This is the contract board. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know what this is all about, but it's got like Clan Buchanan down here for this. And then it's got this over. I don't know what this is all about, but interesting. This might be for the railroad side of things. Not sure. Lots of cardboard. Lots of cardboard here in the box. Oh gosh, that's sheets upon sheets upon sheets of cardboard. Dear Jesus, that's a lot of cardboard. All right, so we saw some tokens in there, but lots of cardboard, and we will check the die cut. It looks like the die cut. I was about to say, looks like it might be pretty good, but it might have been just the angle. So let's try a drop test. Okay, try from the back corner. No, try from the side. No, sad. All right, they do pop out pretty well. Looks like it might be a good enough die cut overall, so I'm pretty happy about that. Cardboard feels sufficient. I would say if I had to give it a ranking, I would say closer to, much closer to Carcassonne and much further from railroad tiles. Railroad tiles were uniquely thin, or they felt uniquely thin, I should say. And then Carcassonne's tiles, they were like a nice sufficient heft, you know. So that is where I'm going with that. Looks like they got cardboard money in here, which is fine. I also have the metal money. I got the metal money upgrades because it was like $30 extra, so I figured why not. And I don't I don't know this clan. This is a new clan. This is a new clan too. These are two new clans. Clan Fraser and Clan Gordon. Those are two new ones to me. Looks like they might be... yeah, they seem pretty new. Either that or they're reworks of the old ones. I know in some of the previous clans in Clans of Caledonia, for those who don't know, I played enough to where like I can kind of see the mechanics. That doesn't mean I was good at it, but I can kind of see the mechanics. But when my friend and I played, we played a lot, and when we played there, we learned that there were certain goals that clans wanted to achieve, and if you didn't achieve that goal, then you didn't win. So, for instance, in the one of the clans, the clan with the milk, which is, oh my gosh, let me see if I can think of it. I want to say Duncan, but it's not Duncan. It's like Clan Cunningham. Clan Cunningham, for them, they could basically sell milk for $8 a piece, no matter what the price was. And the goal for them is to get a lot of money early and then build out. And then you had the clan that did the brewing with the whiskey. I forgot the name of the clan, but I'll probably see them as I'm looking through these sheets. That clan with the whiskey, their whole situation, you really needed to hold on to as much as you could in the early game, but you can't buy anything, and you really need to get those wheat factories, or a wheat factory, or just a lot of wheat, and also get those breweries out, so you can start getting a lot of money for having wine just built up. So everybody kind of had a strategy, and for that clan I was talking about, they ended up having an in-game strategy, as in out of the 5 rounds that you play, rounds 4 and round 5 have to be very impactful for them, or in order for them to win the game. So rounds 1, 2, and 3, they're trying to settle themselves, catch up, build infrastructure. And then for Clan Cunningham, like I was referring to before, rounds 1 and 2, they really need to hit the ground running. They need to hit it hard. They need to get the cows out. They need to get as much milk sold as possible, and then try to pray that they don't lose the game in rounds 3, 4, and 5. So that goes a long way to say that, yeah, every clan kind of has their own language, their own design language that they kind of play around. And I'm interested to see how these new clans will pan out. I'm assuming that they won't change a ton. I'm assuming it'll kind of be the same. And oh, it looks like there's different trait goods here, or scoring conditions. Are these variable scoring conditions? Ooh. Okay, I'll zoom in on these. Where's my? Oh, there we go. I'll zoom in. Nope, that's not a zoom. All right, I can zoom in closer. All right, there we go. I gotta focus this 1 second. You can focus more on that. Come on now. Maybe you can't. All right, let me zoom out. There you go. These look like they're variable tokens for the scoring conditions, and I actually kind of like this idea. So in the base game, normal game, you had these shields for scoring, and that will determine how you score at the end of each round. And then it looks like for these ones, this will determine how many points you'll get for each thing. Either that, or I don't know if it's variable. Looks like this is the 2-player one, 1 to 2-player one, and this is the multiplayer one. So maybe these aren't variables. Maybe these are just little different things. But there's a few of them in here. Like this one's saying whoever has, is this a max of 12? What does that mean? I'm trying to rely on my knowledge of the existing game to see if I can figure out what this new stuff looks like, or what these new looking things are. And there's these ones. And my TV just turned back on for some reason. Huh, that's weird. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure what these are all about. Actually, no, I take that back. I do know what these are. These are just in-game scoring. That's weird. So they gave us tiles for that? Are there any more? Let me zoom back out for us here. Looks like there's not more. There's no more. I don't see any more. Yeah, so if you look here at the bottom of this little area here, you can kind of see the similar symbolism to like the scoring, like the 12 or 6. So first place gets 12, second place gets 6. And on a 1 to 2 player game, the first player gets 8 points, second place gets 0 points on this one. So I think these are just markers for it. I don't know. It seems weird. Instead of having it printed on the board, but teach your own. All right. I don't know if I'm not fully committed to punching out all the cardboard here. I might. You know me, I like to try to organize my games in the middle of the video anyway. So I'll probably come back to this with the cardboard. I'll return, because there's a huge stack of cardboard here. And it looks like a lot of it is just resources and money, so I might Oh, and there's a contracts right there. There's our player board and some stuff going on. Oh yeah, there's our good old trusty board right there. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and put this cardboard here to the side because I want to see what's in the rest of this box because there's a whole storage solution in there allegedly, and I would like to see it, please. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm very curious to learn how this works and what it does, but for now, I also hope that the designers of this game, who designed this game? Karma Games. I also hope that Karma Games updates the board game arena to include the expansion. I haven't checked it myself, but maybe they have, maybe they haven't. And also, yeah. Hold on. If you look at this, see, there seems to be a lot of them. Like this is the scoring that you would get. This is oh, I'll bring these back on the screen here. So this is the scoring that you'll get for how many settlements you have. So first place gets 12, second place gets 6. This is the scoring that you'll get based on whoever, well, I guess it's a new type of scoring, but whoever has the most of the export resources or imported resources, so cotton, tobacco, and sugarcane. This is what you would get for, I guess, just number of settlements. This is what you get for the number of points that you have. So I guess these are just different in-game scoring, which will shake it up a little bit. That's pretty good. Because traditionally you would just score for everything. And in this one, you'll see in particular that you have, excuse me, that you'll have different scoring conditions to shake it up. So you might have a game to where, having more settlements and having the most points is what you'll get the superlatives for, instead of scoring all of these. And actually, let me take it back. This one, you wouldn't score all of these. So whoever has the most money at the end of the game scores 12 and 6. So yeah. So these seem like additional in-game scoring conditions, and I like that. Okay, I like that. That seems like a really good addition. I'm a fan of that. And that's just me just trying to interpret what I'm looking at here. That doesn't mean it's at all incorrect or at all correct. Again, I've done no bit of research on what the expansion does, as I normally do with my unboxings, is kind of going completely blind and try to figure things out. And yeah, all right, so there's a lot of these small ones. What are these all about? Oh, demand. Ooh, okay. All right, sorry, I don't have ADHD, you do. So let's go ahead and move on. We are gonna look at what's in the rest of the box because I think this is just empty stuff for storage. So it looks like we got all of our player pieces here. So instead of having bags, it looks like it's gonna let me use these containers. I'm all for a storage solution kind of built into the game. I'm not offended by such a thing. It's just as long as your storage solution doesn't suck. And this one looks like it, I don't want to say it looks like it doesn't suck, but it looks like it might suck. So Karma Games, if you're listening, yes, I'm talking trash about your storage solution without actually seeing the full depth of it. It's nice to have like a nice little tray, so I don't have to waste the trays that I have currently. So huge plus on that one. Again, I know I'm talking junk about it before, and then complimenting it immediately afters. But that's okay. That's reasonable. It holds pretty well. And these remind me of the Cube for Me ones. So if you told me that Cube for Me also made these for them, I would not be surprised. These are storage containers from Cube for Me, this one here. And you can see these are clear. They have clear plastic on all of them. These are for sleeves, but you can put whatever you want in them. And I mentioned that because they kind of have like a little indent here on the side that looks very similar to this one. But that just might be the way that you would do. Actually, I take it back. That is just the way that you would normally do these. Because if I look over here, this is a Geekbox storage container. And you can see that I have like a little indent right there that I was just talking about. So that's just the way you do those. So never mind. All right. Okay, I have no clue who designed this one, but it looks pretty cool. It can hold all the pieces, and what more could I ask for? And since there's no cards in this one, that means that I'll probably be able to fit this in the original storage solution with no box lip, and I'm pretty happy about that. I'm not fully settled on not putting my contracts in a draw bag, because I like doing that instead of putting them all face down. But we'll see what other solutions they have here in the box. I'm not going to open, well, okay, fine. I'll open all these. I shall open all these and just pour them out. The pieces look the same as the previous game. If I bring out classic Clans of Caledonia, we open this up and we'll see, kind of get a taste of how I used to store things here. Yeah, these look, are these smaller? So what I would normally do is I'll normally hit the, or hide the, or put the corner markers here for using the corner technologies. And then I would put the dynamite and the axe, or sorry, the axe and the, yeah, what is this? Saw. The saw and the axe, or sorry, the axe and the pickaxe, there you go. But these look the same. Like I could definitely confuse the two. These ones are definitely nice and worn and well loved. These ones are like new and I can kind of feel the paint still. The cow looked bigger. No, the cow's the same size. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, exact same thing. Anywho, not the biggest difference between the two. Like you could, if you threw these all together and just shook them up, you would very easily confuse them. So that's pretty good. So I like the fact that it's not too terribly different. So kudos to that. Kudos to Karma Games for that. Keeping things consistent. And I do know some games, sometimes when they do reprints or when they do like a new version of a thing or a continuation of a thing, it's hard to kind of match the original components. I know Marvel Legendary had that problem sometimes with their cards. The backing, they couldn't get the right color or they moved to a new printer or something. I don't know exactly what happened for that one. But it's nice to see that the components, at least on the wooden bits, look the same. Guess it's not that hard when you can just get these for a dime a dozen, right? Ooh, these are stuck together. There we go. Okay, and we got our last one here, which is the red. All right, there we go. All right, so those are all nice and taken care of. Looks like there's a good bit of space in there too, so I can kind of do the same thing I did last time, where I put the player boards and all the other bits that every player would need individually. So I'm happy about that. We'll continue on with the box now that I've unleashed this with 4 free bags. Oh, I didn't see any free candy. There better be free candy in here. Sorry, I'm pretty sure there's there's really no free candy in here? And for those who are wondering, free candy, I mean silica packets, but please don't actually eat those. That's a problem. So there's not like, I guess you can go here. There's not much of a spot to grab stuff. That's a little annoying. Sometimes with box designs, they'll put like finger divots. Actually, let me go get my first time getting up while doing an unboxing. It's a tradition at this point, right? I gotta go get up and pull another board game so I can talk trash about this one while comparing it to another one. But I was gonna say Dead Cells. If I remember, Dead Cells had some finger divots that I can use in, I'm trying to think of another one that had a built-in storage solution with finger divots. Pret-a-Porter does, but I really don't want to, that box gets, okay, fine, I'll use Pret-a-Porter. It doesn't see the light of day because you kind of play Pret-a-Porter 4 or 5 times and then you've kind of played all of it. It's a pretty good game. I still have it on my shelf, but it doesn't change too much. But if I recall correctly, Pret-a-Porter had a reasonable storage solution. Oh, so did 51st State. And oh my gosh, this game is already, you can see my box tour here for Pret-a-Porter. I feel so bad about it. Yeah, this is already a mess. Oh, okay, not as much of a mess as I thought it was going to be. Still a mess though. But inside of Pret-a-Porter, they have like a little floating storage tray that you can take out. And then here you got your board, which, oh, this is a nightmare. But I was trying to show that they usually have space like this right here, where you can kind of go pick up your cards and do your stuff. And this game is not sleeved because this is before my sleeve everything era. I don't know if I will sleeve it because I doubt I'll be playing it anytime soon. I also cannot play it solo, so that impacts how much I play a board game if I can't play it solo. And this is just a mess in here. Wow, jeez. But the main thing I'm trying to show is that Pret-a-Porter storage solution is the main show here. Now let's see, can I put this back together? Oh no. All right, future me is gonna hate current me. I think these lay flat, like that. Yeah, that seems right. Something like that. But yeah, Pret-a-Porter has a storage solution that kind of works out with like a stacked tier system, and it gives you enough finger divots and places to pick up and pull stuff. I use bags for some stuff because of course I did, and this is why the box lift exists. And then, oh, look, they said thank you for backing the Pret-a-Porter Kickstarter, because I forgot I backed this on Kickstarter. Wow. Oops. Oh no, it's tearing on this corner too. Look at that. Oh no, my boxes. I promise to take good care of my board games, y'all. It's just this one in particular had a rough go of it. So that was Pret-a-Porter. Let's put this one to the side here. And then the other one was Dead Cells, which I think Dead Cells had a better storage solution than of course Pret-a-Porter and of course Clans of Caledonia, or I guess more tailor-made one. And I did a video on that one of my unboxing. But just trying to show that the Clans of Caledonia one doesn't seem to have like the stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my little storage solution in here. But can I get this out of here? Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, as you can see, kind of each divot has its own thing. You can get to your stuff. Oh, I still haven't sleeved these. Clearly, I played this board game physically. Anywho, storage solutions to compare it to. That's all I was trying to do. There's a lot of space inside of the Dead Cells box, and I appreciate that. But in the Clans of Caledonia box, it seems a little sad that they didn't give like the little finger divots. Also, I would like to point out that there was not a single finger divot inside of those boxes that I just showed, except for maybe Pret-a-Porter. But that's just a little frustrating, but anyway. All right, this is for the money. Looks like it's got the 1, the 5, the 10s, and the 20s right there. This one's for your components. These look chunky, but I think the same. Let's see if we can fit the old or the improved ones that my friend so graciously got me for the holiday season. It's an upgrade. I think board game upgrades are pretty nice. I'm not going to say like, oh man, why did you do that for me? It's just more of a, you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, that's really nice, but I don't know if I want to spend like $1 billion for it. I think, I don't know the exact price of what my friend paid for this one, but they paid a reasonable bit of money for the full set. And I appreciate them greatly for that, so thank you, friend. But I will be very happy if all these fit inside of the original storage one, because then I'll have upgraded bits for this one. Ooh, it's a close fit. I mean, I feel like if the whiskey can fit, then everything else can fit, and that looks like it does fit. So yeah, so let's go and get the rest of these peasantry bits out here. Look at this cheese. Look at this cheese. Nice little wedge. These are all resin printed as well, and I don't remember exactly where this came from, but I can put a link if people really want me to. I think if you search for Clans of Caledonia upgraded pieces, it's like the thing that comes up. It's a place that does resin prints for a lot of components, like scythe and stuff. But the bread's like a little loaf of bread. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they made an official Clans of Caledonia set because of my friend asking them to do so for me. So there, I feel special. Or at least they assembled the piece count, if you will. They probably didn't do it just for me, but these ones are spiky, which is pretty cool. The hay here, so that's pretty nice. And they look really nice. Oh, also, and they're painted, or well, I guess they have a wash on them. No, they're painted. So I do appreciate that too. Finally, the cotton. And oh gosh, it's rolling away. And these are like little cotton balls. Very cool. There we go. Upgraded already. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have their own, so I'll just put these back with the base game. And that is it for the resources right there. Look at that, isn't it nice? Oh no, my cheese. Sorry, lost my cheese. Oh. Yep, there goes a whiskey. Sorry, this worked out better in my head, I tell you, and then it's just struggle. All right, 1 second while I struggle to put the rest of these pieces away. Oh, shoot, I'm making a mess. Anywho, I am looking into the box and I see that there's space to put other stuff too. Looks like there's, I don't know. Oh, you can't see because of the glare. There's like another player count thing right there. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll find out very soon as I pick up my last whiskey here. All right, that's all put away. Thank you, old Clans of Caledonia. There we go, and looks like it does close. Puts a nice little bit of weight to it, and looks like the latches on the side don't latch on nearly as good as they did before, but hey, it holds. It holds. The metal money. I do have the metal money, I did say I backed that, so let me interrupt our unboxing here and open up the metal money. So the metal money, I just expect metal coins in the right denominations. It's actually surprisingly annoying to try to find coins that match for a board game in the correct denominations. I think Sleeve Kings are the true heroes, and the pirate coins that I have are the true heroes of my journey to find reasonable stuff, because they have metal coins in different denominations. Specifically, Sleeve Kings has the space coins, and those are pretty good. They come in denominations, if I'm not mistaken, of 1, 2, 5, 10. Don't quote me on that. And then the industrial coins are their main useful ones. Those ones, I think, come in all the denominations that you normally need for something like, what game did I use them in? I think I used their coin. Oh, why? Why do they do this to me? What is this nightmare? Do you see this? Do you see this? Oh no. This is... I don't know what to do with this. I am very disappointed in this. It's like sometimes when you go, I just interrupted my thought too. It's like sometimes when you go and you go to a place like a food place or something, and then you see like they packaged everything individually. It's like, hey, I would like a banana, or I don't know, banana's the wrong word, but I would like an apple, and then you go to a place, sometimes Asian marketplaces, and they just bagged each apple individually in like a pack of 12 apples, and it's like, why is there so much plastic? Anyway, oh jeez. All right, we're gonna go through the stress of opening these. I'm assuming they did it this way because of the coating. They don't want the coating to rub off. Like, honestly, the coating's gonna rub off. And also, we should talk about the weights of the coins. Let me zoom in pretty close here. So these coins, they do have a reasonable weight to them. It's not too light. I do feel like the smaller denominations feel a little bit better. Like this feels very light compared to the rest of them. These tins feel nice and substantial. That feels good. Let me try to do a 1. Oh no, I lied. This feels about the same. Yeah, this feels about the same for the 10 as it does here for the 20. And let me go ahead and grab the rest of my metal money. Second time I'm getting up. Look at that tradition. All right. The metal money that I do have, you've probably seen it a few times, but I do like to try to upgrade my games when I can with like metal coins, because it makes it feel nice and substantial when you're holding onto the money. These metal coins that I have here, oops, I will shove onto the screen so we can see them kind of close up. Okay, there we go. So these ones here. So these are the industrial coins I was talking about. These feel nice and substantial. These are good. These are by Sleeve Kings, and I like these ones. They have the one, oh, I put these in hegemony. That's what I did. I put these coins in hegemony because they had like a nice little government symbol on them and the industrial stuff going on. And these are the pirate coins again. Like I said, I have a lot of these ones. These are ones I used to use for Clans of Caledonia. They feel like on par, quality-wise, with the ones that they come with over here. And then finally, the most disappointing coins, the reason why I wanted to bring out all this, were these coins, which I think these coins were for the board game that was like Comic Book Collect or Age of Comics. And these coins are very light. I don't like how light they are. One of my friends took the coins, or because I bought 2 packs of these. I gave 1 pack to my friend who said he was going to use it with his daughter to teach her math or something. I was like, okay, this sounds like a great use of it. Please take these very disappointing coins. So I bring up those disappointing coins because like these coins are close to the disappointing coins. So I'm not saying I'm disappointed in these coins. I'm just saying I would like a little bit more heft, like the heft difference that you feel from a handful of these ones, the industrial coins from Sleeve Kings, versus the heft that I feel from these ones from Clans feels significantly different enough. I think even John Company had better metal coins than these ones here, but you know what? I don't remember how much I paid for them. I think I said $30. I don't know if that's true. So let me go ahead and finish unbagging the rest of these coins, since that's going to be my life here. And then we will continue. Oops. I can't believe they're gonna make me unbag all these coins. And you know what? Y'all are gonna watch it while I rant about something, because that's what we're here for. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to skip forward. If you're watching on Twitch, you're stuck with me in real time, but listen to some great music with me. Also, for those who are watching on YouTube, I do live stream on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu, that's CULBLU. Feel free to check me out there. But yeah, you can see exciting things there, like me unboxing coins or unbagging coins. This is absurd. This is absurd. Like if I were ranking this game right now, which I'm not ranking a game based on this unboxing, but if I was ranking a game based on this unboxing, this would definitely cost them like a whole point, maybe a 1.5 out of 10. This is ridiculous. What am I gonna do with all these bags? What am I gonna do with all these bags? I'm gonna have somebody come over and is like, oh, do you do drugs? It's like, no. It's like, why do you have so many tiny drug bags, tiny dime bags? And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I play board games. I promise this came from a board game that was imported from, I don't know where Karma Games are located, but I do think they're overseas relative to the US. So, jeez, look at this. My biggest complaint so far has been these coin bags. And you know what? If that's my biggest complaint, then I feel like they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. All right, now that we've gotten over the absurdity of whatever that was, and it's only for 12 coins. Ugh, jeez. Just kill me now. Jesus. 70 coins in reasonable bags, and then 12 in individual bags, and it's like, what is happening? All right, sorry, I'm trying to put this bag in that bag, and it's just not bagging. It's fighting me. High quality YouTube here, right, folks? All right, so we got the rest of the coins out. Let's go and put these away. It looks like they do fit pretty nicely, so it's gonna be fun to use that as my little money tray. Cool, well done. Ooh, that didn't feel confident. Sorry, I picked this thing up like this, and like it just kind of bent. Like I feel like I need to be very careful with how I hold that. Whew, be careful. All right, moving on. We got this, which I hope they're not expecting me to stack all of my contract tiles, because that is absurd. Here's a bag. It says Clans of Caledonia. Hopefully this is a bag for my contract tokens. I don't know. Maybe they just want me to put them here for, I don't know. I have no clue, I'm just making guesses. But it does look like this is for the contract tokens because it has the same symbol that they do, which is like the little shipping cart. And just kind of put them there. Looks cool though. I'll give them that. It does definitely look cool. So sweet. All right, continuing on. What else we got in the box? Oh, they got a little finger divot here for this one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was talking junk about them. They must have heard me. We got some divots here. I'm assuming this is for the expansion because it looks like it has these little hex things here that go there, like so. And these are face up, face down side. Maybe this is just for the expansion stuff. Looks like they got expansion pieces here. I think I'm gonna throw all this inside the same bag. And we'll see if that works. Ooh, do they have the glass token? Oh, they removed the glass token. Come on. That was wait, maybe it's in here. Oh, thank goodness, it's in here. Okay, whew. I was about to say the glass tokens were my favorite. Oh, they got a finger divot here. Look at that, spoke too soon. Talking junk about the game, and it heard me talking junk about it, so it improved itself. That's my theory. Clearly you can see how closely I've been following the Kickstarter, but these little glass token things are really cool. These are what you use to, well, sorry. I stopped mid-thought because they don't feel as cool as the originals. Let me go back to the originals over here. Yeah, the originals were bigger. Man, why did they change so much? She says this bag has been well loved. Can't even get it open. Ooh, there we go. Oh wow, that's a scary quality difference. We're definitely gonna zoom in on this one, folks. All right, sorry. So these are the little glass tokens that you use to show where you are on the resource tracks. I don't have a resource track. I will bring it out from the board. Excuse me. One moment while you stare at that glass token thing. Jeez, there's a lot of cardboard here. All right, there it is. Okay, so this is what I was referring to. So this. So you would take these to mark where the prices are, and these are the old ones. This is the old one. Like, that feels nice. It's like a nice glass. This feels like a glass, or I don't want to say acrylic, but definitely glass. These are, I guess they're just smaller. I don't know, they feel like they feel sanded. Maybe this is acrylic too. I don't know. It's just, these feel better. There's a difference in look too. Oh, that's awful. That's distressing. Yeah, I'm gonna swap out the new ones with the old ones. Do I have enough? Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, boo, boo. Oh, maybe I do. Hold on. I just got it mixed up. Clearly not beating the allegations that these look very different, because they all blended together for a second. Yeah, so I'm gonna swap these two, and I'm gonna use these old school ones, because these just like they just fit there, right there. And like, look at that, look at that. These ones, it's a little bit hard to see from that angle, I guess. This angle is what you want to see. Look at that. Versus this. I mean, this works, but it's just not as nice. Look at that size difference. Sorry. All right. Okay. Sorry. Clearly, I'm obsessing over things that are not that relevant. So let me zoom back out, and we've declared that the old ones are going to stay with us on the new game. So we'll put them back in their tiny bag. And the new ones can go exist with the old game. There you go. Memories. Okay. And I think the dice are the same. It's like a slightly different color in the dicing. Is that just the bag? Oh no, that's not a good color match. I mean, I like the color of the new dice better than the color of the old dice. This is the old die. The new dice look less green, so I appreciate that. Nice rounded off corners. Yeah, so the new dice are better than the old ones, so that's cool. It's always nice to see like a small improvement, see what they do, see how they do it. Oh my gosh, my rulebook is just getting beat up here. Here we go. Much happier. Okay. Put these back in here, and yeah, I think we are done with all the plastic inserts that are inside the box. I've made a complete and absolute mess, so we're gonna try to undo this a little bit and try to put everything, punch out everything and store it, and then see how it fits. Again, I don't think I'll be sleeving anything with this game, because there's no like cards or anything, and I don't need the cardboard money, so it should fit perfectly fine with the existing storage solution. I don't think there's gonna be anything new that I'm introducing into it. So I'm gonna punch out all the coins so I can throw them in a bag, and then throw the bag with the other bag of Clans of Caledonia money. And let's continue on with our punching out cardboard. Clan Douglas. I got a lot of stuff going on with them. We got some more of these, some of those. Now, in hindsight, I should be putting these in their corresponding storage units or storage spots, but I like chaos. So we're gonna do this in the most frustrating way for a YouTube video watcher to see, which is just kind of putting the pieces everywhere. You know, a few of these over there, a few of these over there. Now I'll try to keep things together. And that's the interesting thing about these. It looks like these have more resources on them. Normally it'll be 3 resources in your starting money. It looks like some of these have, like this one's double wheat, $5 a hat, sorry, an upgrade, and is that an upgrade or is that a market person? Looks like it's specifically a market person, or maybe it's a new resource, new upgrade thing. Don't really know. But sorry, what I was saying was that they have more stuff. So it's like the expansion is going to add more markets and more places for you to go. That's pretty cool. And what is this? Cool. I don't know what it is, but always fun to see. Let's see if I can figure out where these things go without looking at the sheet that explains where things go. Well, clearly this is where the contracts go. And I mentioned before, complained about how I'm not going to put them in here, but you know what? I was going to put them in here. I was going to hear them out. I was going to hear them out and see how they do. If it does well, then I'll get over it, you know. I'll still feel my way about my old ways, but I'm not opposed to trying out new things and going a new direction. Okay, continuing on here. We got more demand markers. Let's see, is there a oh, do these demand markers go in the bag? It seems like this bag is sized better for the demand markers than they are for the contracts. Because you can put the contracts here in this little tray. So it looks like the demand tokens here, and there seems to be a lot of them. Looks like they go into the bag. And this bag is big enough to kind of fit your hand in, kind of grab out something. Well, yeah, I have big hands, so I guess maybe not my hand in particular, but fit a hand in there and get your stuff. All right. I love seeing more corner markers here, more corner tokens. That's always fine, are always fun. Clan Macintosh, that's a new clan. I'm seeing nothing but new clans here so far. I don't know how many new clans there are. I think in the original Clans of Caledonia there were, I want to say 12 clans. Don't quote me on that. Clan Sinclair, they look like they're a return, but I think they're different. These guys are new. Excuse me. All right, so this is gonna be me just punching out cardboard and then waxing poetically about my experience with Clans of Caledonia. So Clans of Caledonia is a really fun game. I actually played this with my parents, Clans of Caledonia, and it was funny because when I played with my parents, my mom, she basically just kind of copied close to what I was doing, and then my stepfather, he didn't copy what I was doing. He was kind of doing his own thing. He had a lot of money at the end of the game, and that was wild, but. The game ended up being with me winning, or ended with me winning by 2 points, and my mom was right behind me, and my stepfather was like way in the back. Like, I don't remember the exact scores, but I can bring it up on the sheet. Clan McFarlane? They look new. No, are they new? They seem new. More demand markers, and here's a little tombstone thing. I don't know what this is all about. 10 miles to Lagos? Glasgow? I don't know, I can't read that. It says 10 miles or something. 10 miles to death and destruction. Yeah. So in the original Clans of Caledonia, you got 4 of these boards, and they're all double-sided, so there's a side A and side B. Looks like this is a side A. Side B, oh, this is B3. This is A3. So it looks like you got a lot of new boards. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of having more, oh, actually, maybe I'm not a fan. Hold on. No, it just says D3, D4. Maybe it's expecting me to use the, or is this for the expansion? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I was gonna say maybe they're expecting you to use the base games ones too, because like if that's like A3, A4, then that means that there's an A1, A2, and I'm assuming A1, A2 are the base game ones, and that would make sense to me in my mind. Oops. Clan McPherson, they're new. Man, I got a lot of new clans. Jeez. This looks like it's the double-sided board here, so you can kind of change up if you're doing 1 to 2 players or if you're doing more than 2 players. So that's pretty cool. I should probably really find out where these pieces go, because there's gonna be, it seems like there's a lot of these little, what is this? Food stand things. It's a number of them, at least. All right, more coins. So in Clans of Caledonia, I think I was kind of continuing on about things that I liked. Clans of Caledonia is a pretty fun game. I compare it to Gaia Project, mainly because it is a copy of Gaia Project. It took Terra Mystica, Gaia Project, and it's like, hey, this is a cool system you got there. It'd be a shame if somebody stole it, so I borrowed it. And they did, they borrowed it. And they kind of made their own game out of it. Karma Games made their own game out of it. I don't know the exact phasing order of everything. I do know for a fact that Terra Mystica had been out way before Clans of Caledonia. Actually, let me not say way before, but before Clans of Caledonia, because because to say I don't know the phasing order of this and then make a declaration like that as if I know the phasing order of this is wild. But the main thing is that people when I was originally kind of getting into the Gaia project style games, you know, of course played my Terraforming Mars and played the heck out of that one, love that one. I'm surprised I got no free candy, guys. No free candy. Sorry, going back to what I was saying. And going back into the Clans of Caledonia, it was comparable to those two, Terra Mystica and Gaia Project, and I played Clans of Caledonia first, way before I played Gaia Project. And I will say I like Gaia Project a lot. If I had to, oh, this is old school. Hey, there's Clan Buchanan. All right, so we're getting to the Clan Campbell. Yep, we're getting to the clans I know. These are the older ones. But it's a pretty solid game. It is in Clans of Caledonia. It's a pretty solid game. It does get a little stale and a little old after you play it a few times. Once you kind of figure out how people win, how each clan wins, then it becomes, I don't want to say solvable, but it becomes pretty clear what your goal is and what your job is. So you just kind of do these things and you will win the game, assuming your opponent doesn't you know, clan harder than you did. I guess I probably should say it that way. But assuming that your opponent doesn't, you know, do better than you did. And I guess that's the same thing that's true with all board games. But the reason I'm saying all that is because I think Clans of Caledonia is a very, very nice, interesting, like tight economy of a game where every dollar matters. And you can get some really big swings and some really big busts if you don't manage your money properly, or if you do manage your money properly. And look, there's Clan Cunningham, the milk people. And it really boils down to, can you figure out how your clan needs to win or needs to play? And once you do, the puzzle kind of dissolves itself because you just do that same thing on autopilot and you try to do it in the most efficient way possible. Oh, these are all the actions. Is there a difference? Huh. Looks like they just broke them up then. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Looks like they just broke up the tokens then. Nothing that fancy. Okay. Well, good to know. Oh man, sorry. My hoodie's been biting my mic this whole time. All right. Continuing on. We got more player boards, and I think this is still a 4-player game. I hope it's still a 4-player game. I mean, it looks like you got enough resources to make it more than a 4-player game. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Please let this only still be a 4-player game. Let me look at the box. Yes, still 1 to 4. Okay, perfect. Happy. I'm happy about that. Okay, got that, got that. All right, this is pretty much the sustained part of our live stream here, of our video of me unboxing. I'm literally gonna open up everything, try to put it in the storage solution, make sure it still fits. I don't have to do anything special, so I kind of feel like all my expertise in storage are gonna be going to waste. But I will critique it, as I have been doing already, and I will just kind of give everybody kind of a look at what's here. Also, I said this a few times, and I think I'm just gonna end up saying it in like every single video. I personally am a fan of long format videos. I know some people aren't. They just kind of want people to get to the point, you know, 5 minutes later, the video's over. But I like to have long attention spans, you know? Yes, I may not be able to have the longest attention span myself, but I am perfectly fine with creating the things I wish existed. So here I am, creating longer format videos. Oh no, my contract. And we got money and contracts. Money and contracts. Okay, so these are all coming out pretty well. I haven't had any tears or any risk of tears. Looks like the die cut is pretty good, which I'm a fan of. Always a fan of a good die cut. You know, don't threaten me with a good die cut time. And let's put these contracts where they need to go. I don't know. I was pretty adamant. I was pretty stalwart about using the bag pulling mechanic instead of using this little holder of tiles. But you know, I'm not offended by it. Like it's growing on me. Like it kind of gets them randomized enough. You kind of shuffle them up, make sure they're on the right side, and yeah, I might switch to the bag. Depending on how well it stores with everything that's currently in the game for the game, I might still use the bag. Helps with setup and breakdown for sure. This is the board where the contracts will go. And again, I'm not sure why they had the little variable sheet things like these. Like this is maybe a new scoring. I feel like this is just a new scoring situation, because it's written out the same way that your contract thing is written out on your player board, on your player storage area. So I feel like these are just bonus ways to score points. I feel like my read on that is pretty accurate. I could look at the rule book. Oh, we got more boards. All right, these are the base. This is all the base game stuff now. So what you just watched me open up was mostly the expansion stuff with all the new clans. We are now into the base game of the game. And actually, are there expansion contracts in here too? Oh, please don't tell me that. Oh, it's gonna be painful. Okay, I don't think there's expansion contracts. I think what they did for the expansions, they have demand tokens for that. I hope that's what they did, because boy, is it going to be awful if you want to play the base game to have to like sort through all the contracts and take out the expansion ones. Oh, that's awful. I hate it when games do that. Like, throw all these things into one bag, and if you're playing a 2-player game, take out these ones. If you're playing a 3-player game, take out these ones. It's like, why? Just make your game scale properly. I don't know. All right. I could complain all day about that. More base game stuff. We're almost through all the cardboard. We got a lot of land tiles, which I'm happy about. I'm curious to see how the railroad board plays with this one, because the railroad board is static, right? But the player board, the final board can be variable. So I wonder if that's going to impact the variability of the game, or maybe the contract or the demand tokens that come out will determine where you go and why you go there. So that's sounds like what situation we might be in here. All right, we're on our last few cardboard sheets here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. And more base game stuff for a based game. Ha. See what I did there? See what I did there? And there's Clan McLeod? Who's that? Clan McEwen. Okay. Oh man, they got a higher money denomination. I just realized that. Base game Clans of Caledonia goes from $1 to $10, and the expansion looks like it takes it all the way up to $20. So it's a wow. Okay, you can score a bunch of money in this game. That's a little frightening, but you know what? It's fine. I'll live. I will live, I say. All right, so we got these. Finally. Whew. There's a lot of cardboard. This is like a workout. I think it should count for burning calories. Okay, we got everything uncardboarded. So all this money we're gonna put over here to the side. Oh, you can't even see it on screen. It's over here to the side. I'll deal with that later. I'm not gonna dispose of it, but I will put that in its collection area later for all the cardboard money I've replaced. And looks like this is it for this one. It all fits in there again, nice and snug. So again, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. I'm still calling, I'm still calling out the shenanigans, but slightly growing on me. The demand pieces, I feel like I called that right with them all going in here in this little bag. Oof. Gosh, it's like my hands feel ashy because of all the cardboard bits. These are for the overflow pieces. Jeez. There's cheese and wool, milk, and whiskey. Where did I put those? I do kind of hate that these are just gonna mess up my aesthetic here. Look at that. This is ruining my aesthetic. But you know what? I'm not that picky. It's good enough. All right, it fits. If it fits, it sits. Okay, So let's see if we can figure out the rest of the stuff. This is my favorite part of the unboxing a board game, is putting it all back in the box. So again, they have a sheet that explains where everything goes. I shall ignore it because hubris has never been a thing that's taken anybody down, let me tell you. Actually, is that hubris at that point? I don't know. I feel like I used that word wrong just now. You know, anybody in the comments, let me know how to properly use the word hubris. Hubris. So this is where the bits go. This is where the dice go. The imported goods, I mean. So the imported goods will go here, like so. Oh, perfect. And we have all of these pieces here for the expansion stuff. I do appreciate that it keeps it separate. So, I mean, I said originally I was going to throw all these in with the rest of the stuff. But I mean, they have a specific area for the expansion stuff. Like I appreciate that. So thank you, Karma Games. I think I will ultimately, after I play it a few times, depending on how involved and complex the expansion is, I will ultimately just kind of mix everything together anyway with the pieces and tell people not to use those pieces or put them back. Put those pieces back where they came from, or so help me. So help me. More bags. Oh no, they go here. What goes in the bag? That's disappointing. All right. Welp, looks like I was wrong. Fine, I'll be wrong. Whatever. See if I care. Narrator, he cares deeply. Delivery. That's so disappointing. It was very satisfying to put all those pieces inside of here, inside this little bag. But no, we gotta put these little. Look at this. Look how long this is taking. Just to randomize. Wouldn't it be so much better if you just threw it in a bag? You know, throw it in a bag. You don't have to put it face down. You don't have to worry about proper orientation. I mean, yeah, sure. It may not store in the box as well, but you got a bag. It makes the game hit the table faster. You know, just pull out the bag and then bam, you got everything you need. I guess I'm the crazy one here. All right, these don't all fit very well. Like this is sticking up a little bit. I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe I put them in the wrong orientation. Nope, that feels worse. That feels way worse. Maybe it all just barely fit in here. Okay, all right. Well, it felt worse, but it looks like it worked out, so what do I know? All right, the triangles go here. And, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Gives you a nice little leverage there, a little area to put your finger down there and pick up the pieces. Cool. And this is where the advanced contracts go. And I think this is the, what is this? Clans? Oh, yeah, clans. That's where clans go. All right. So we have, oh, we do have cards. Oh no, we have cards. I gotta sleeve these. What are these? These look like mini American. Ugh, jeez. All right, guys. It was nice knowing you. Oh no. My card sleeves are revolting against me. Don't let me open this box. Open this drawer, I mean. All right, yeah, these look like mini American sleeves that I just so happen to have right here. Yeah, these are, oh, no, they might be mini European. That's too close of a fit. Yeah, these are mini European, okay. All right, mini Europeans it is. There should be like a little bit of space on the sides. Let's open up these cards and see what they're all about. This looks like the solo. The automata. So you know, like playing my board game solo here. So this is what I got to deal with. I got all the solo cards. Let's see what they do. It says, oh, It says upgrade or build an expansion or get a contract. And it has another side over here. It's like an order of stuff. I don't know what's going on there, but cool. All right. Yeah, these are mini European. Should have known. I just bought a few more mini European sleeves and I'm happy about that because I ran out recently. How many cards are in here? Where's the rulebook? Explain. We have 22 plus 10 plus 4 plus 9. So is that 13, 35, 45? We have 45. Did I do that right? That's 13. 13 plus 22 is 35 plus 10, 45. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we got 45 cards here. That means I should be able to get everything dealt with one pack of mini Europeans. Am I going to sleeve the cards here? Yeah, I am. Sorry, guys. I know, exciting content. I just want to see if it fits after I sleeve it. It looks like it's going to be not a fit when I sleeve them because the stack of cards is already pretty high with the cards not sleeved. So this is going to put a little monkey wrench in my plans. I think I might have to store the clans here because this looks like the same size. Oh no, both of these are 4 cards. Okay, perfect. All right, yeah, never mind. All right, I take it back. Whew, man, looks like they thought of everything. All right, thank goodness. So sometimes game designers are people who like design the layouts for games. They're I don't want to say they're hostile towards people who want to sleeve everything, but they're not as friendly for that. There's a story I always tell. I won't say always because it's only recent. There's a story that I will always tell regarding Stonemaier Games. And that's their board game Vantage. So in Vantage, there's a few forum posts about it. I made a few comments in the forum post back and forth. Nothing like super offensive that makes you want to like boycott anybody or go away or never buy another board game for Stonemaier Games. But it's just the mentality of like, hey, somebody asked a question of, I want to sleeve my cards, there's enough space to sleeve everything. And I think eventually Jamie Stegmaier commented that, yeah, you know, we didn't design the box for sleeving because if we did, we would have to double the size of the box. And the box for Vantage is pretty large. Like it's about maybe just barely smaller than like a Sleeping Gods box. If you have that for comparison, or like a Hegemony box. I don't know the exact dimensions of it, but a bigger box for Vantage would be a little bit cumbersome, especially if you're not going to sleeve your cards. But the logic behind that from Jamie Stegmaier in his comments was essentially, you won't be touching the cards too much and you won't be handling them too much, so there's no need to sleeve. And then the Fire Nation attacked. But of course, you know me, I'm going to try to sleeve my cards if I can. So somebody made a comment in the same thread there, the same forum post, that essentially they don't sleeve the cards because they, you know, some superficial thing. They sleeve it because their partner, their wife, I'm assuming. They said their partner. Well, no, they said their wife. Their wife has like an allergy, like a huge allergy towards certain stuff. And one of the common things for the wife to have allergies to would be chips. It's like any kind of like oils from like chips, which seems like a very trivial thing, like a very small thing, but no, it's a serious allergy for you know, breaks out in hives and all the other kind of stuff from my understanding of what was explained. Actually, let me not say that. Let me not embellish too much. It wasn't explained exactly how the allergies hit. It was just that it was really bad, and bad enough to where they had to throw away a few board games where people are like, eat some chips and play the board game with them and touch the cards. And that oil, that grease gets into the cards, and they had to basically replace the game, like buy a new copy of it and give the chip-fingered one away. So there's some situations like that from like an accessibility perspective. That's like a very specific edge case scenario, but I like to I like to highlight that story, and I will continue to highlight the story because it's just like, you don't know the reason why people sleeve their games. Like, yeah, there might be like somebody vain like me that wants to sleeve it because I want it to last forever, but that's not the point. The point is, you know, just some consideration for people sleeving their stuff. Just a little bit of consideration. You know, you don't have to give it full consideration. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of accessibility. All right, okay. So I saved all those cards. I told the story, and I feel good. Continuing on with storing everything. And yes, I did call Jamie Stegmeyer out directly because I felt that is my duty to do so for no reason at all. Sorry, Jamie. I appreciate you and all your games and your game designs. Also, thank you for those videos about your favorite things. Like those are really fun videos to watch. Like your favorite mechanics. It's nice to watch board game designers just exist instead of just like design the new game. Like it's nice to hear from them, see how they do. Maybe they can talk us through the logic. That was loud. Talk us through the logic of how they design things. That's always fun. I get a kick out of it. And it's more content to advertise. It's free advertising. There you go. Look at that. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, so let me think. I feel like these got to go somewhere. So there's like a little spot here for this. I think this is the player. Yeah, this is this. Okay, yeah. That's nice. Look, again, that's like a nice little design. That's pretty good. Got a nice little finger hole here. Again, I was talking junk about it earlier, but like it's like, yeah, what now, CulBlu? You gonna talk junk now that you see how good we did? It's like, yeah, you're right. I'll give you credit where credit is due. You're doing a good job. Well done, well done. Looks like the shields go here. I don't know if it makes you separate them by expansion, but looking at these ones, I can tell these are new because these do not look familiar at all. I have no clue what's going on there. So these are the expansion ones. And when I say I played a lot of Clans of Caledonia, I played a lot of Clans of Caledonia. I can actually look up my, once I put these away, I'll look up my play count for clans to kind of put my bona fides out there. My bona fides, my bona fides. No, not bona fides. All right, those fit nice and snug. Looks like the expansion just doubled everything. That's cool. I'm assuming that the starting bits go there, and I'm also assuming that the hexes go here. So look at me figuring out things without needing no stinking rulebook. Yeah, these are definitely the old school ones. Oh, okay, that's chaos. All right, and these are the new ones for sure. Okay. It fits nice and snug. It's so good. It's like oddly satisfying when everything just kind of fits. Is this what it's like to not sleeve your board games? Actually, I take it back. I sleeve my board games and it still fits. I mean, it's a little bit of lift, but once you put that top on there, it's gonna hold pretty well. And even if the cards slip around a little bit, which I think they most definitely will, it's not gonna like make things too messy down here. Clans go here, cool. Expansion clans, look at that. And then base game clans. So base game stuff, expansion stuff. I like that. This is a really good design. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to judge, you know? Nah, I'm gonna keep judging. All right, continuing on here. My shenanigans aside, just kind of putting the ones that look like expansion stuff in the expansion spots. Oh, they have like a little symbol at the bottom. I see. Hey, my intuition was right. Yeah, they have like a little tiny train symbol. Looks like I was almost mostly right. Okay. I do appreciate when board games mark which ones are the expansion, which ones aren't. Sometimes it's not as easy to see. And I can't think of a game right now off the top of my head that did not mark expansion stuff versus non-expansion stuff. But when I do think of one, I will talk junk about them for sure. Just you wait. Okay. All right, there we go. I feel like I'm missing one because it's not perfectly flush. It's always a good idea to double check your cardboard punches to make sure that you punched out everything. I think I had one game where if it wasn't for my partner, I would not have noticed, but I didn't punch out a thing, and I would have thrown it away. I've been very sad. Not seeing any more. Just double checking to make sure I punch out everything. kind of the whole saying, like if you ever go rock climbing, which I don't, or cliff jumping or something like that. I watched a YouTube video where people were doing it, and what they were saying is like, this is your first time going down the side of the mountain, have your neighbor check your equipment, make sure it's all attached properly. If this is not your first time going down the mountain, then have 2 people check your equipment, make sure it's locked down properly. And the concept and that idea is like, the more familiar you are with the thing, the more likely you are to kind of make some mistakes. So you have to be very, very, very careful with that. Oh, sorry, my phone is buzzing. My phone is buzzing. Oh no. It's just a message that says, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? What? All right, there we go. Sorry, I've responded. So now hopefully the messages will relax a little. Probably not. All right. Sorry, continuing on. Looks like everything fits in here pretty nicely though. I feel like I'm missing one, and I'm not happy about that. There's also space for something that goes here. Oh, this is where the fancy things go. I see. This is where these go. Okay, cool. Yeah, those go here. All right, there we go. All right, so that's gonna be that. Looks like that one is good. Where do the rest of these things go? Huh. I feel like they want me to put these with the player pieces. That would make the most sense to me. That's where I would normally or naturally try to put them. So let's go ahead and do that then. Yeah, it's like a ton of space left in here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Boom. All right, so that's all the stuff that that player needs. Now the next is going to be this player. Oh, did I put the right ones in there? I was paying attention. Shoot. Hold on, let me do this right. Just that. Oh no, I did not put the right ones in there. Oh, I didn't put any in there. Oh, oops. There we go. Well, there she goes, and oh my gosh, that's such good news. Amazing news. You're amazing. Okay, sorry, I'm just typing a message here. Oh no, I used the wrong your. There we go. I've done it. Okay, continuing with the video here. We have put together these pieces, the player board. There we go. Oh, where's the solo one? Because one of these is a solo board. And I want that one to be in the blue player, of course. So in board games, interesting enough, this is just another random conversation. I do tend to play the yellow player or the orange player. It's not that orange is my favorite color, it's just the color I end up gravitating towards. And oh no. But in Clans of Caledonia, there is no orange player, so I just picked blue. I guess I could technically go red, but it's not close enough for me. So that is a thing that I do. And funnily enough, I have a whole nother board game to open up after this. Much excitement. This is very fun stuff here. I feel like part of being in the board game hobby is enjoying unboxing board games. Oh no, I'm missing a piece. Oh no, where'd it go? Did I accidentally put it in here? Ah, shoot. Part of the board game hobby though is like kind of organizing your stuff. I feel like if you don't like organizing, then the board game hobby becomes fun for other reasons. Doesn't mean it's not doable, of course. It's just, this is one of the aspects, like spending time slowly going through your board game collection, putting things where they need to be, getting more efficient storage solutions. Maybe it's just the joy that I find in this whole situation. It's all about the small things. Oh no, I forgot to put this in there. Jeez. All right, Boom, done. All right, we got everything. That was it. So that was that. We will put this one back. And like I said before, it's gonna be a little bit of lift here, but I'm kind of expecting that. There's nowhere to put this little bag. And I'll check the rule, actually, let me check the rulebook now. Because I feel like this bag should be for pulling tiles, for pulling those contracts. Let's see. I'm not seeing the bag listed in the sheets here. Oh. Interesting. Yep, not seeing them listed there. Delivery bonus. I don't know what the bag is supposed to be for. It's like bothering me now. 'Cause I would like for them to be for the contracts, but I don't feel like the bag is big enough for the contracts, you know? And it's not listed here on the components list. Oh, it looks like there's more resources? Oh, that's unfortunate. Looks like there's more resources in the expansion. So I may not have enough of the fancy resources, which is a little unfortunate. That's a little unfortunate, but you know what? We'll live with it. We'll live with it. All right, I don't know what this bag is for and what it does, but we will continue along with our repackaging of the game. So we got our box. Got our box, and this for sure goes on the bottom. Oh no, that was bad. Yeah, this is the drawback of having sleeves cards sometimes in an insert. They just slide around and do what they want. Have a mind of their own, these cards, let me tell you. It's like, why can't you just be a good pile of cards? Everything else stayed though, that's pretty good. And I do store my game sideways, so it'll be interesting to see how this holds. I think it's going to hold pretty well. I'm not expecting a ton of box lift, if any at all. And actually, this game had a ton of cardboard in here. So I wonder if I need to put this at the bottom. We'll see. So I can kind of get it flush with the top. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of empty space in there. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. Oops. Oh, Jesus, we're heavy. Oh, whoops. Yeah, these coins are definitely a little unruly in there. But it fits. Contracts going in the middle there. And we put our player boards. Okay. And then we get our land tiles. Okay. And oh, sorry, I did that wrong. Gotta do these ones because they're bigger. Those ones. It's always nice when the thing fits in the box. There's been a few games I had to where like the board doesn't fit in the box. Well, sorry, it fits in the box, but doesn't fit in the box the way I want it to fit. I'm gonna say it that way. And can these fit there? Oh no, like this. This is so annoying. It'll be so nice if this could just fit here like this, you know? So close. This can fit. Oh no, this can't fit. Ugh, jeez. All right, this is my own personal place of suffering. And only me suffers. But it would just be so nice, wouldn't it? It would just be perfectly fit in there and just, can't have anything nice. Guess I can put the bag there. Oh, I gotta put this board. Can this board fit? Nope. See, look at that, look how frustrating that is. Frustrating for me, I should say, but. This up with these, I guess. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of empty space in here. So I'm gonna have to put some of these open inserts to kind of get the box to fit flush with the top. So usually, especially since I store my board game sideways, usually you want to have like, you know, this section top touch. I mean, I guess it's pretty close. But what you can do as a nice little hack in those situations is you can use the cardboard, because the game was stored this way. So you can also, sorry, the game was shipped this way, so you can also store it this way. And this is like free filler that you can use to kind of just put like that. And then kind of get it to where you need it. So it's like gonna be putting pressure on and holding everything in. And then put your top on there. Excuse me. There you go. And, oh, of course I put it upside down. Of course I put it upside down. Jeez, can't have anything nice. But actually, yeah, let me go ahead and just do this the right way. So I'm gonna put all this cardboard here, so it's like 3 cardboards. I'm gonna put these 3 cardboards here at the bottom. And this will be an excuse to rebox everything. But yeah, so that's pretty much Clans of Caledonia unboxing. I am looking forward to trying out the game with the expansion. One of my friends that I used to play this game with a lot, he has moved away, which is a little sad. But I will try to see if maybe he'll be visiting sometime soon and try to play the game with him and see if we can kind of enjoy the game, see how it is, and see how the expansion adds or doesn't. I do like the fact that this game gives you basically double the factions. Like, I'm really happy about that. Double the clans, I mean, so that's really nice. And I'm looking forward to playing with more of the, more of the clans. There we go. So this goes like that, perfect. This goes right there. And there we go, perfect. Okay, all right. This will go right there. Okay. And boom. And bam. And then boom. That's that. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. It's gonna fit perfectly. I'm so excited about this fitting perfectly. I mean, I'm disappointed in some ways, but still excited about it fitting perfectly, so. How do I do this? Sure. And the rule sheets go on top, and then bam, we got ourselves our board game put away. Whew. Who would have thought that this would have taken a whole 90 minutes? I did, that's right. All my unboxings will be 90 minutes. It's not true, it's not true. It's just some of them will. All right, let's see. This is the bottom. And there we go. So we have successfully unboxed, upgraded, and put away all of Clans of Caledonia Industria. I've also sleeved the cards too, so it's pretty nice. And everything fits with no box lift. Always a fan of no box lift. It's always great. And this will replace my good old trusty old school copy of Clans of Caledonia. This is the farewell for that particular game. It served me well. I played a lot. I got a lot of good plays out of it. I did say earlier that I was going to look at how many times I played Clans of Caledonia, so I will go ahead and do that, so I don't just leave us in the void there. Sorry, it's just things are okay. Let me get this looking somewhat nice and proper. There you go. But yeah, I'll try to get this copy to a friend so they can enjoy it and have as much fun with it as I did. So let me go into my app and see how many times I played this game. I played a few times on Board Game Arena with my friend I was referring to, and this is what I'm hoping that they have this. Oh, wow, jeez. I played Clans of Caledonia 36 times. How much did I pay for this? I didn't mark that, of course I didn't. That was before I was marking how much I paid for a game. My first play of Clans of Caledonia was August 27th in 2019. That's the first logged play. My last play was in April 25th, 2025. And let me see Gaia Project, because I mentioned earlier that I played Gaia Project well after I did that one. My first play of Gaia Project was June 2nd, 2022. Interesting. And I played Gaia Project 27 times. I've actually played Gaia Project way more than 27 times because I play on my app on my phone and my tablet, but that's not what we're talking about here. So yeah, I definitely played Gaia Project way more of the games here. So yeah, Clans Caledonia. I played a lot of times this game, and this has done me well. 36 plays, 36 playthroughs. I think all my copy. Maybe all my copy. Let's see, what's my highest score here? Well, the highest log score that I have is, wow, the highest lost score? Jeez. The max loss score is 150. So somebody had 150 points and still lost. The highest winning score is 177, and then the lowest winning score is probably me, 147, I guess. Yeah, I guess that counts, especially if I'm playing solo. So, but yeah, this is Clans Caledonia. Lots of fun, lots of cool things going on. Really fun game. I would highly recommend Clans Caledonia. And now that I got the expansion, I'm looking forward to giving this a play. I'll see if I can do a solo playthrough of this sometime in the future. It probably won't be in the near future because I have a few other projects that I'm working on. Like for instance, I'm gonna try to play through all the Tiny Epic games, but I'll be talking about that in my next unboxing. So, yeah. Don't hold me to that promise, because that, as I said it out loud, it just sounded really bad. That's gonna be it for this video. Kind of out with the old, in with the new. Thank you, old, you did good. New, get ready to do some good playthroughs. Look at that, look at that. Oh, so great. So, I always love when there's no box lift. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully this was entertaining. Hopefully this got you excited for getting your own copy of Clans Caledonia Industria. I backed this Kickstarter, I don't know when, but whenever I backed it, I'm glad I did, because now I have it in my hands and I'm looking forward to seeing what the new stuff has in store. That's going to be it for the video though. Thank you all very much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment about what you're looking forward to in the new expansion if you are a Clans of Caledonia head or a Clans of Caledonia fan. And yeah, that's it. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.